I am in here with a bunch of Clevelanders, so it might be a travesty. So he took McCaffrey and take Saquon. Like I said, you definitely want the running backs. There's a very large disparity in the quality of running back that you get between the quality of like wide receiver that you get like later in your draft. So you just have to like positionally value them higher. So after this, we only have three more to go: the 1, the 10, and the 12. We will have compiled all 12 slots. Knock out the first wave before training camps and preseason. Throw out everyone's initial initial like view, or initial opinion of how the season will happen. It's the best way to put it. So then we had Michael Thomas go at the 4, Delvin go at the 5, Kamara at the 6, DeAndre at the 7. I don't agree with DeAndre Hopkins there. I definitely like Devontae Adams more, or even Derrick Henry. Man, so these guys are getting like a string of wide receivers going here now. Definitely not the way to go. You have Derrick Henry still on the board, Aaron Jones. I'll probably rather have like Austin Eckler than DeAndre Hopkins. That's arguable, but it's probably the way in which I would do it. Someone goes back. I would also probably I have Kamara rated like higher than Dalvin Cook. I have those guys in like reverse order. We'll see. Devontae Adams is like the number 2 wide receiver this year, in my opinion, just because he's like the guy in Green Bay. I don't think anyone's gonna like vie with him for target share or anything like that. He's definitely like the safer pick. As this mango tart is okay. Kenyon Drake is another player I just do not like. I think like for like later in the season, or if he goes down, like Chase Edmonds is just gonna run away, run far, far away with that role. So I think we might end up with like Clyde Edwards-Helaire as like our second. Josh Jacobs should not fall to us. There he goes. Oh, Miles Sanders, Nick Chubb, Austin Eckler before him, and Tyreek Hill. I do kind of like Adam Thielen, Allen Robinson, Galladay also. Like that 4-pack of wide receivers right there with like DJ Moore. Also very, very nice. Sure, go ahead and take Travis Kelce. A Snappeth. And George Kittle, geez, before Chris Godwin goes, and Mike Evans. Travesty. No, Clyde went. Let me take Adam Thielen. So now I'm going to string together some running backs here. I wanted to get Thielen because picking so early, I want like a top wide receiver. Man, what do I want to here? You go against the grain, against everything I believe in right now. Everything holy and righteous that I think is correct. That just happened. I probably should have took Chris Carson, but too many doubts, man. He's got butter hands. I don't like his butter hands. I do like Pete Carroll's confidence in him as a player and him just knowing the offense. So you can tell these people are smart, or at least being smart, because I was going to say these quarterbacks aren't going yet. But like midway through the third for Mahomes, sure. So now coming across the turn, I'm going to try and get someone along the likes of like James Conner, Mozart, like Jonathan Taylor, David Montgomery, Cam Akers. Going to be eyeing 2 of those 5, hoping that they land to me. I could have also kind of reached for Todd Gurley or David Johnson. I don't feel all too comfortable with any of those guys. Then aside, you have like some good wide receivers here. Like there's Juju that just went, Amari Cooper, Cortland's okay, AJ Brown, Calvin Ridley, Odell's okay, Keenan Allen's okay. Just, you don't know who that quarterback's gonna be. Tyler Lockett's okay. I think more targets go to DK Metcalf than Tyler Lockett this year. Which I like DK Metcalf a lot. I do like T.Y. Hilton, Cooper Kupp. Like these, this stretch of guys from like Cooper Kupp in this ranking down to like Devontae Parker, I think are all pretty good. Cooper Kupp definitely has the highest ceiling with like Devontae Parker and then DJ Shark, Jarvis, and then Terry following in that order, in my opinion. That's how I would personally rank them, aside from this quote unquote expert ranking that ESPN goes off of, the ESPN. I foresee these getting pawned off during Fight Island. I should not have bought a case. We have AJ Brown, Calvin Ridley. There's James Conner. Sutton, Zach Ertz, Lockett. Looks like I am going to get one of these guys to fall, which will be nice. I kind of don't want Mostert now looking at it. I like to projectively draft, as you all should, on where your drafts line up with your starting running backs, starting wide receivers like that. You don't want them all to be on the same bye week, and then you're just somewhere late down the stretch, you're just kind of screwed. I'm just going to take Jonathan Taylor. Then I'm probably going to take David Montgomery. Go. Mostert is nice. Between Mostert and Taylor, they are in that committee-ish backfield. There's something to be like wary of, but I think Jonathan Taylor has the talent to be leading that offense further along into the season, more so than like Marlon Mack. Drafting in like the 1 and the 2 slot is so like very strange. Excuse me. So I'm definitely not going to get like Cam Akers falling. But there are some nice wide receivers, the likes of like Julian Edelman. I love Kyler Murray this year as quarterback. Brandon Cooks, Christian Kirk. Darren Waller like sticking around. He's probably like the 3rd tight end. I think Darren Waller has a better season than Ertz, who was just taken, as I believe was the 3rd tight end off the board. Mark Andrews, too, could be like the number 3 argued. There's very like a understandable debate between Andrews and Waller, in my opinion. There goes Waller. Someone believes in him besides me. And there's DK Metcalf. Built like a fucking brick shithouse. Guy's absolutely obscene. That video broke this week too of him and Russell Wilson out there catching balls out in the field, running routes, and some social distancing work. Look great. Man, if Deebo didn't break his foot, he was gonna be one hell of a breakout candidate. Someone who is gonna be one hell of a breakout candidate, this will be a subject for another time, but Marquise Brown, and that screw removed from his foot, and he has been looking like a beast on the gram with his workouts, just doing it big. I have like a very similar build and size to Marquise Brown. So I'm just a fan in general. 'Cause to me, he's like the average dude in the NFL, but he's just super talented, just unbelievably fast. AJ Green going in the 6th round, why not? Tyler Boyd not too far behind him, well, right behind him. Cam Akers sticking around. Oof. There's Marvin Jones. Ooh. That's wild. I think Cam Akers has like a very reliable path to starting in this offense for the Rams. I mean, Marvin Jones does have like 3 weeks out of the season where he's like the top scoring wide receiver, and that's like very consistent for the last like 3 years. So you will get those 3 weeks out of him. It's just when you get those 3 weeks out of him. Oh, don't let it happen. Don't let it happen, because I'll take him. I'll take him so fast. Oh, man, we got Cam Akers. Wow. So I was able to get Jonathan Taylor, David Montgomery, and Cam Akers. I do like Kyler Murray a lot, but I think there's someone who I'm going to be able to get next round, not too far off, so I'm going to grab Edelman. Wow. That ended up working out really well. I'm very satisfied with how that turn ended up going. Cooks in the 6 isn't even a reach. Like, in my opinion, that's totally fine. I've just been taking him at his ADP, but you can reach for him. He's the number 1 wide receiver at Houston. I think he's going to be having a field day with Deshaun Watson. Like, that dude doesn't make many mistakes. He's a straight baller. He's a competitor. Like, I love the guy. If Cooks can, not take like some insane hit to the head and just be concussed for like 3 weeks at a time, man. Like, I think if he gets like one more really bad hit, his career just might be done, and it have to be done for like his own safety. There's Deontay Johnson, Rob Gronkowski. James White, oof. Not where you want to be in your life. So you might be able to get Christian Kirk next. That'll be nice. Good old number 2 wide receiver for Arizona. So like Kyler Murray should be having a big year. And a big uptick in volume. I like it. I like the prospect. It's Preston too. Preston's great. Man, Josh Allen, Matt Ryan's up there. I think Tom Brady also just has like a perfectly fine season. J.K. Dobbins is on the queue. I'm just going to put some of these guys up on the queue. No. No. Never queuing up players again. I'm just scrolling down and taking them forever. Zach Moss. Yeah, I think Cam Akers is better than Darrell Henderson. Tom Brady, like I was just saying. Arizona already said they're going to be running like that double tight end offense. When the Patriots ran the double tight end offense, they were the number 1 offense in the league. If not, in the top 3. Tom Brady's an absolute machine in that offense. I really do like Josh Allen. Matt Ryan is going to do nothing but throw the ball. There's Darius Slayton up there too. He's also a fine wide receiver to keep. Either way, it's fine. I have a decent like 4 core running back there with Saquon, Taylor, Montgomery, Cam Akers. I definitely just want like another like 1 or 2 there. Just to have some security. I'll pick for a minute. Well, thank you for bearing with me with all of us. I appreciate it. Be sure to just follow, like, subscribe, all of which are free. Do not charge for any of this content. It's just for research, analytics, and just for me to establish myself in the community. Henry Ruggs, Josh Allen goes. As I do like Josh Allen a lot, but I mean, having like Josh Allen and Saquon, David Montgomery, all on bye week on 11. A lot of stuff happens between week 1 and 11 in the NFL to begin with waiver pickups, etc. There goes Hayden Hurst. That's rough. I mean, there's moves that could be made, but not too big on having like the main core or a big chunk of the core of my lineup while having like the same bye week, even though it is later in the season. Does not seem like good value. This Matt Breida cut kind of late. Draft Damian Williams here. It's going to take him. And Justin Jefferson. Oh man, a lot of these guys are going on auto now. It's not good for me getting Mike Gesicki probability. Did it the danger zone? Man, round 12 Chase Edmonds pick. So he's usually my literal last pick. So I will get either Gesicki or Chris Herndon. Or maybe Austin Hooper. I feel perfectly fine about all three of those tight ends. Would have liked to have Hayden Hurst. This man takes Justin Tucker completely. Snipes me. Awful human being. Alright. Grabbing Austin Hooper. You grab Brandon Ayuk. He should be the wide receiver number 1 in San Francisco. At least close to it. Someone who is just a wide receiver. George Kittle's just what's known as a freak athlete. Not necessarily any sort of positional-based football player, but just someone who puts their hard hat on, grabs the lunch pail, and gets it done. So a couple defenses I like here is Steelers, definitely good. They should be leading takeaways this year. The Bears should be all right. Their division didn't really change much. Second year with Chuck Pagano. Should be good. They have all the talent there. 49ers defense solid. Patriots defense, they lost a decent amount of the core. But they're still usually like a pretty high scoring defense. They do have a decent amount of takeaways. Oh man, someone take Harrison Butker too? Off of these kickers. Yeah, they did. Jeez. That's crazy. I really wish Damian Harris would get like a starting role with the Patriots. He was so good in college. Or at least, like, efficient, rather, in the time he had. He had, like, a weird split with Josh Jacobs. I still think he definitely has, like, all the talent in the world. I'm going to take another flyer on Anthony McFarland. Which I kind of like. Because if James Conner goes down, I like the Cowboys defense more than the Bears defense, actually. They play a lot worse quarterbacks per year. And if Carson Wentz is injured, they play no quarterbacks. Because Dak Prescott plays for that team. You'll probably just get Matt Prater here and totally be fine with that. Even McManus. Oh, why is McManus rated so low? Mason Crosby's fine. Matt Gay may get a lot of work this year. And Greg Zuerlein always has like a huge leg too. Oh, I mean, it was fine. We definitely had some like rocky points at the midpoint right there. But aside from that, I mean, team is solid. Zuerlein got taken. Basically, all four of the other top kickers got taken. Huh. Oh yeah, they got Justin Warwasher now. That dude is very suspect. Yeah, I guess we just take Mason Crosby, call it a day. So not bad, could be better, but it's super solid. Saquon, picks are in order sequential from where I'll go. Saquon, Adam Thielen, DJ Moore, Jonathan Taylor, Montgomery, Cam Akers. This is an unbelievable three stretcher running backs to have gotten here through my 4 through 6. And Julian Edelman, Christian Kirk, Matt Ryan, Damian Williams, Justin Jefferson, Austin Hooper, Brandon Ayuk, McFarland, the Cowboys defense, and then Mason Crosby. I've been really partial to the Cowboys defense actually later, a lot more than I usually were. I was trying to get the Saints, or the Steelers a lot. And then I realized like the Redskins don't really have a quarterback right now. Carson Wentz is made out of glass. Like, it's super favorable division. So that's that. All right.